Some things are too good to be true. Like, I don't know, us getting two freaking Sonic games in the same day? Like, what? This is modern day Sonic. I'm not used to that. Why are they doing this to me? I have no idea. But we're going to talk about it anyway, before I freak out even more than I already did. So yes, we got two Sonic games, both shown at the 25th anniversary party that I actually did not watch. I was actually busy with real life, and I was nowhere near my phone at the time. I couldn't really keep up with it, but I did see the two announcements. The videos just kind of got out around the same time as I checked my phone, so it kind of worked out for me. I feel like it was meant to be. But both games, why they're so interesting to me and to a lot of other people is that they're completely different, almost for like two different audiences, even though we're all categorized as Sonic fans. They both should appeal to us. But they're pretty different, and there are things I find interesting about both, so let's just go ahead and cover both in one video. I thought about splitting it in two, but why not just do it in one? Plus, you guys love to hear me talk, so I'm definitely going to be doing talking in this video. 2 years of nothing? You bet I'm going to talk. So let's go ahead and jump to Sonic Mania. What is this, dude? Where did this come from? I honestly did not expect this. This was actually shown kind of like midway through the party. Like, I believe it was shown halfway. Again, I wasn't around during the party. I didn't watch it, so I don't really, not too sure when it got shown. I kind of just checked in just to see that, and this is going to be the most cliche response, but we finally have a Sonic 4. We finally have something I can safely call Sonic the Hedgehog 4. And I know people are going to get upset about that. I know there are a lot of fans, but watch this trailer and I promise you're going to think the same thing. 9 times out of 10, you're going to think Sonic 4 or any kind of continuation from 3 Knuckles or the old Genesis games, because it has the look, it has the physics, the gameplay, it even has the freaking characters. One of the most basic things Sonic 4 couldn't do, this game did, and this is crazy, man. This is so crazy to me. It almost makes me hate Sonic 4 even more because it makes it that much more obsolete. Like, it makes it that much more worthless. There's no reason to ever go back to Sonic 4 if this game actually delivers on what it promises. For one, it adds something. It adds something that's not a stupid homing attack for 2D Sonic. Why would 2D Sonic need that? Sonic has this new move to where he stomps in the ground and like dashes. It looks pretty cool. I'm kind of interested to see where that goes. The sprites are brand new. Sonic looks, I've never seen the sprite on anything. It actually reminds me, just looking at the menus and everything, it looks like a hybrid of like the classic Trilogy and Sonic CD. Like, it even has like the same bounce animation where like Sonic's in the air twirling around. That's there. So I get a lot of CD vibes even from the menus, you know, the menu designs. And Kristen White did work on this, so that could be to blame, I'm not too sure. But a lot of other guys are working on this as well, like a lot of other names that got shown. But you're just watching it and it just has, even with the build up, like you're going back in time. That's the whole theme of the trailer, is going backwards. We're in the present, but we're gonna go backwards for this game. And it does just that in the best way it can, and this is my favorite part of the whole thing, other than obviously it having the Genesis look and everything. It's freaking original. It has an original stage. It is already a better Sonic 4 than the actual Sonic 4. I cannot wait for this game to come out, simply because I can finally call something Sonic 4. It has Knuckles, it has Tails, there's no stupid excuse to cut the characters out, there's no stupid excuse to rehash levels. You know, Green Hill's there, but Green Hill, there's always like a Green Hill-esque stage. I would have loved to seen something original for the first stage, but we don't even know if that's the first stage. We're not sure, the game's not out yet, there's only like demo stages, so we don't know if that's a throwback stage, or because it looks very freaking similar, and it's kind of scary, but you know, the end's kind of different. Like, the background, it looks really nice. We've never seen that with Green Hill. I like that. But that second stage is amazing. And I swear that alone had me convinced that this game is going to be freaking incredible, man. And I'm not one to just make these wild, like, oh, this game is going to be the best, like, game in so many years. But dude, how do you screw this up? It literally just looks great. It's what a lot of, like, I say non-Sonic fans would like and are going to like. This is probably going to appeal to them a lot more than it would just, I guess, newer Sonic fans looking forward to, like, the 3D games. But this game sold me over, man. The originality, it took it from me. Even just the menu, like, the startup, the classic, like, the animation, oh my god, everything was just perfect with Sonic Mania. I like the name. I don't know why Mania never came to my mind. Just, like, thinking of names. Mania never came to mind, but Sonic Mania sounds perfect. It fits the vibe of what they're going with. It's very Genesis. Oh my god, I love this. I love everything about Sonic Mania. They did it right, they did it justice, and I've been waiting on a game like this. We don't have to go to Sonic Advance to label something as Sonic 4. We don't have to, like, keep calling Sonic Advance the true Sonic 4. Sure, it doesn't add, like, there's no Amy or there's no fourth character, but dude, this is the successor we've been waiting on. It just, I swear, it just makes Sonic 4 obsolete. Like, there's no reason. When this comes out, there's no reason to ever go to Sonic 4, unless you just love that game. Like, unless you just love the gameplay of it, the 3D look and all that. But dude, I feel like they're even going to retcon Sonic 4 out. There's literally no reason to bring it in. I'm not sure if it's true, I'm not sure if they said this, but on Twitter I saw somewhere, their mindset going into this was, what if Sonic 3 had something after it? Like, what if this was the continuation of Sonic 3 Knuckles? And if that's the case, I hope we all can agree as a fan base that Sonic 4 didn't happen and we're just gonna move on past it, because they don't care about it. They obviously didn't care when making it, because it's such a lackluster, awkward game that didn't even have a conclusion, that just kinda ended, and now we can forget about it and move on to Sonic Mania, which looks fan-freaking-tastic. I did not really see this one coming, and that's why it just has that effect. I just didn't know about it. It came out of nowhere. I like it. I like everything I'm seeing so far. I love the music that was in the trailer. Everything works. Everything works with me. I have no complaints with this game. I'm just hoping for a bit more originality. I just hope that the other stages are fully original, no stupid, like, Wing Fortress, don't bring, like, Aquatic Ruin like Episode 2 tried to do. It's just, please make it as original as you can, because I'm loving every freaking thing I'm seeing. It's like a widescreen Sonic 4, like, Genesis, it just works, it works. Now, on to, the next game. See, around the time this got shown, I immediately tweeted, like minutes after, that was not going to be it. There was no way that was going to be it, because we were waiting, like, years, you know? It's been years since Lost World. There was no way a 2D game with sprites was going to be the next game. There's no way that was going to be the anniversary game. We know this franchise. It's a 3D series now. Sonic has to have a 3D game, because a lot of people are wanting that. Most of this fan base are looking forward to the 3D game. And that is what we got. They gave us a second game. They gave us a trailer for the second game. No gameplay. It's not like Sonic Mania. There's no gameplay for this. It is simply called Project 2017. So there's no name for it, which is very interesting, because we go to the trailer, it opens up. Honestly, I kind of saw this. I saw, like, before, like, the party and all that, I just kind of knew the next game with, like, if they were going to show a trailer that they try to make it look all dark, it'd be all, like, HD and Sonic looking nice and all that. I knew it'd try to have a dark approach, because it just, you know, trailers do that. You want to get everybody on board. Like, the people want the darker Sonic, the people want the lighthearted Sonic. I knew they were going to do something to cater to those people, and it opened up not exactly how I envisioned it, but very similar. Like, I knew it kind of opened up like that. And then we get, like, texts, like, just really weird, like, build-up messages. Stuff like, we need a hero and that kind of stuff. And it shows, like, this giant robot in this destroyed city, and it instantly reminds everyone of Crisis City. Like, I got 06 vibes, definitely, from this trailer, just the opening. Like, Sonic just looking serious in his face, like, he's not smiling. You envision Roger's voice with the Sonic, and you're like, what could he say in this situation to not make it, like, just weird, because you're so used to comedy with his voice, and he didn't speak at all. We saw Sonic looking heroic and angry, and it gave you, like, older, like, Unleashed vibes, I guess. And graphically, it just looked nice, you know? It's a trailer, it's going to look nice, Generations look nice like that, Unleashed obviously did as well. We keep going, and we see this giant robot and Sonic getting attacked, and then something very interesting happens. The next line of text shows up, and it says, "But even heroes need help." I know through everyone's mind that was freaking everyone out, because it could have been Heroes, you know, it could have been some kind of, I wasn't expecting Heroes 2 or anything, but I'm sure people were, based on just that word, Heroes, or you associate the word Heroes with this franchise, with Sonic Heroes, obviously, so I don't know, I'm sure people were thinking that, but I knew someone was going to jump out, like, on the screen immediately after that, and I 100% honestly thought it was going to be Tails. I thought Tails was finally going to be playable in a 3D, like, modern game, either him or one of Sonic's other friends, or a new character, but I was proven wrong. It was the one and only Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic is back. And that threw me off, you know, I didn't really know how to react. I was like, oh, it's Classic, alright. I was just kinda, you know, chill with it. I wasn't like overly excited, I wasn't mad over it or anything, because the moment I saw that, I was like, oh, Generations 2. Because again, I didn't watch the live stream, I just saw the trailer. And apparently, the interesting thing is, Iizuka said that this isn't Generations 2, it's a completely unique game, it's a new game. And you can tell that by the area, like it wasn't Crisis City, it was just some destroyed city. So that could be a new zone, or we don't know, but yes, Classic Sonic is back, and it's going to be modern and classic again as far as we know. This comes out holiday 2017, so there's a lot of build up to, like, it's like a year from now. There's a lot to decipher that we don't know, and we don't know if there's going to be more characters, we don't know how original this game is going to be, but if it's not Generations 2, it's going to be what a lot of people were saying in my comments on my Logic of Generations 2 video, which I'm really glad I made, because it's very, I guess, relevant now, because this is like the closest thing we're going to get to Generations 2. And it brings up really great discussion, because I got a handful of comments stating that they would like to see Generations 2 just with original stages, like Classic and Boost back, like, again, but this time through original stages, so they can do a lot more, they don't have to rely on nostalgia and just have like a quick cash grab game to make. It looks like that's kind of what they're doing, but again, we don't know. We don't know what this is. I'm heavily implying that it's going to be pretty much Generations, just not really a sequel, because they're not going to be going back in time, but they're going to be going probably just in the present. Classic is just probably going to get brought into the present. They're probably going to have to work that out. I don't know. It's just destruction. Sonic is back with Classic, and they're on another adventure. We don't know if Dreamcast Sonic is going to make it, we don't know if Amy or Knuckles or Tails or anyone is going to make it, but I'm interested to see what they do. It looks dark, at least the trailer looks darkish. I wonder what they're going to do story-wise. I wonder what the actors are going to do with their vocal delivery. It's a lot of things to talk about. And this is definitely not going to be the only video on this game, so I will, you know, go even more in depth later on. But one of my favorite things, oh my god, from the whole night, basically, this was like a sigh of relief, because it applies also to Sonic Mania, and that is its multi-platform. It is freaking on everything. This game, this Project 2017 Sonic game, is going to be on pretty much everything. Everything this gen it's going to be on. Even the NX. And I was pretty worried that it was going to be an NX exclusive, and it freaking wasn't. It freaking wasn't. Oh my god. That is the greatest thing ever. And, you know, before Nintendo fans get mad, I'm not a Nintendo fan. You know, you can't force people to like everything. I don't want to buy an NX because I don't care for Nintendo exclusives. I don't want to have to buy a new console for Sonic, and I don't have to do that. I can play it on whatever I want. I can play it on PS4, Xbox One, literally anything. I think it's on PC. Yeah, I can even play it on PC. That made the night. Obviously, the games did too, but dude, that's a sigh of relief. I can play Sonic on my Xbox One. Or eventually PS4, I will be getting that as well. And yeah, I covered pretty much my first impressions on everything. The games, they look great, man. I stand by what I said in my last video. I had faith in these games, I had faith in this company because of their behavior. For the past 2 years, it's been nothing but silence. You know, they have to deliver. They have to listen. They've been so in touch with us that I couldn't see them not delivering with this, you know? It felt weird. It felt too weird for these games to just disappoint everybody. I'm looking forward to both of these. I know I said, you know, Generations 2 would be the biggest disappointment for me, but this isn't Generations 2. We don't know much about it. It doesn't even have a freaking name. There's no name for this game. A lot of people are leaning towards Sonic Resistance. I can't see that name. It sounds very like Star Wars. I think of Star Wars like super immediately, but we don't have a name. and I'm looking forward to these games regardless, you know, of what I said. I don't know what the game is, no one does, except the creators, so time definitely will tell, and I will definitely keep you guys updated with the rest of my thoughts later down the road. You know, I'll probably do different types of videos with this stuff, because it's a lot, it's 2 games, and this is pretty much a holiday for Sonic fans. You gotta think about it, man, all that entire drought, we haven't had a game since like Lost World. We're not talking like spin-offs like Boom. Boom is like its own thing. Like, all these Sonic fans, like myself, who just want to play the regular games, we're finally getting stuff and it feels great. And Sonic is back in positivity. A lot of people are responding positive about these games. A lot of people are obviously hating on Sonic for the past 2 years, you know, bandwagon people, but whatever, they're back, because that's all it takes, right? That's all it takes. Not bad for a dead franchise. But anyways, freaking kudos to Sega. Kudos to Sonic Team. You guys delivered. You definitely did. My name is Steven Nux. I'm definitely impressed, and I will definitely talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, Sonic looks freaking cool in LEGO Dimensions. It's actually pretty cool.